So today actually we are going to learn use of summarize function, use of calculate function. So here you can see summarize function, here you can see a calculate function, like here calculate function, and then we will also write a query where we will use both of them together. So what type of data set are we using is financial sample data set of Power BI. You can just search this financial sample. I will give you the link. So now based on these two data sets, we will understand the use of both functions separately and then by grouping them together. So let's get it started. So now let's try to understand the summarize function in DAX. Okay, and it is also very important function. In summarize function in DAX, what it does and what is its purpose particularly, right? And I may include some of a little bit of SQL, not learning the query, but to understand what is happening. So first of all, the data set that we have is financial sample data set by Power BI. Okay. Here sales are happening for different countries. Do you believe that? If I ask you 2 3 questions, okay, just understand, if I ask you 2 3 different questions, give me country wise count of sales, okay, give me country wise revenue. Do you get my point? I'm asking you, give me country wise count of sales and country wise revenue. So what will you do? You will create a new page, okay, here you will put a table, and in that table you will select country. Okay, second thing, you will select order ID count. Okay, next thing you will select, so we can also say distinct count. So luckily in this data set we have 140 orders per country, and next thing you will say sales, sum of sales. Okay, and can you see that it is showing a different value for each country? This is basically group by. Do you get my point? This is, yeah, this is group by. We will learn this in SQL also, but this is group by. When you create a pivot table in Excel, then also you will get something similar, right? So in pivot table, what happens? Suppose we had 700 rows, right? We had 700 rows, but out of those 700 rows, countries are only these 1 2 3 4 5, right? So when you will group the data, you can apply aggregate functions. You can apply sum, minimum, maximum, anything. Let's say what is minimum sales in Canada. So what we'll do, we'll again drag sales and we'll say minimum. So minimum sales in Canada is this much, 1655. What is the maximum sales in Canada? So this is that, something like that. So this is what you are doing. This is you are grouping the data. Okay, now let's come back, and next we have is summarize function. What if we go to modeling tab, new measure, okay, and we write a summarize function. So creates a summary, the input table grouped by the special columns. So it seems like this particular output that we are going to get will have multiple columns, right? Or multiple rows. Do you believe that? Right? It creates a summary, the input table grouped by the specified columns. So what I am going to do, let me try it by creating a new table. Okay. So what I will do, I will go to modeling tab and I'll create a new table, right? So we are creating a new table. Let's say country wise sales. Okay. Is the name okay? Country wise sales. And Now we will say summarize. Let's see. So it is asking table, let's say financials, group by column name. What will be group by column name here?
Sales, maximum sales, minimum
Uh,
sales.
Understand what is group by column name? Like what is something that what is something categorical that you are grouping? Like that is not 700. Like
Country,
uh,
countries.
country, right? So whenever you are doing group by, there will be a categorical field that you will use as a group. Okay, so country group, like region can be there. Okay, country can be there. There can be segment. There can be category, product category. Do you get my point? So if someone asks you what is product wise total sales value, what is count of customers in every country, something like that, right? Now, so that's why we will select our group by column country. Then it is asking us what is group by column 2. There is no group by column 2. Okay. So, and it is asking name one, let's say country, country or region, whatever, right? And now, so you can see this blue, helper here. When I was writing country name, it was highlighted, if you remember. See, let me open this. Okay, so let me open this. And now when I will write, so it is going to be open. So it is saying your group by column and its name, and then it is asking its expression. Okay, its expression. What is expression? Expression one will be, let's say that I write sum of sales.
When actually expression means is aggregation. Sales
Aggregation, right?
minus
See,
minus.
expression, this entire thing is also an expression. Do you get my point? This entire, but here by expression we mostly mean some kind of aggregation, right? Sum, minimum, maximum, whatever. So we are writing expression, and let's say what happens. So it is showing. So summarize cannot add column country since it already exists. Okay. So we'll say okay, and now it is saying that parameter is not correct type. Okay. So problem is with these different functions we may have some kind of error, right? Like we are writing group by column 1. Okay, then we are writing some, like it is saying parameter is not in its correct type. So the simple thing that you can do is, when we wrote country, we thought that it is asking for name one, right? Name one of that particular thing. That's what we thought, right? But actually what it is thinking is this expression that you are writing, what is name of this? So let's say total sales or total revenue, right? Like what next expression you are going to give, because in a table you are going to create a column, right? Now let's see what happens. So now at least we don't have any error, right? And when we go to this, can you see the output?
Yeah, you can see total revenue was good.
Right? Now let's say we want more. So we want average revenue. Okay? Average revenue per order. So what we will write? Average revenue. This is name 2. Okay? And what will be the expression to? Average of sales. So it will be average of financial sales. It is giving us, let me see what is issue there. Let me close the bracket. Okay. average. It is not accepting AVG. I have habit of writing AVG. Even in many other languages it is. So now it is correct. So let's do that, and now you have the average revenue. So do you understand the summarize function now?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Summarize function has a different purpose. Summarize function will use or is used to calculate or do group by. Like as an example, you can do what is segment wise sales, right? Here is different segment. There is government segment, enterprise. Whatever categorical field you have, you can write that. What is product wise sales, right? So in summarize function, you can create a summary table, and this table in itself is created. And then what is the purpose here? See, suppose this country wise sales is created. Okay. Now click here and click on copy table. Okay. And press Windows R, open Excel, just paste this. You have your pivot data ready. Do you get this? You have your pivot data ready. What if I go to insert and I create some kind of chart here? You have your chart ready, right? So this is what you can do. Like you can create a pivot table format. So this is summary as in, but as a test, what you can do, you can go back and do it product wise and segment wise. That will your test. What is the use of calculate? Calculate has a different purpose. In a calculate function, you calculate on the basis of filters. Okay. Here you are getting a single answer. Although it is also applying filters, we are also calculating some expression, applying filter like grouping the data. But here we are not grouping the data, we are filtering the data. Here we are grouping the data. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah. Actually, summarize means we want to group the use for only use for grouping, and calculate is only for filtering, right, sir?
Calculation on the basis of filtering evaluates an expression in a context modified by filters. It evaluates an expression. Your expression can be something that is giving you an answer, right? Your evaluation is basically giving you an answer. Your expression is giving you an answer, and you are calculating that answer on the basis of multiple filters, right? Here you can see we have multiple filters. For example, here if I ask you calculate sales of Canada region for government segment, what will you do? You will go create a new measure. You will say Canada GOVT sales. Okay. What will you write? Calculate
Financial.
sum of sales, sum of financial sales. Filter 1, country, no, not country wise. Financials country equal to Canada, right? Financials segment is equal to, and remember, here we have to write it in double quotes. Government. Okay, is it right? So this is work of calculate. If you will do this, you will be able to find the Canada government sales. So and then it will be a single value. Actually, it will be a single value, and let's say for different discount bands, you want to see that value. So we have different discount bands, right? So on y-axis, if I put Canada government sale, so you can see for high discount band, this is Canada government sales. For low, so it is not only a single value. Okay, it's not something that is always going to be used in a single value. if other filters are applied, okay, so it is going to be, you know, grouped accordingly, right? Like we are applying a filter here. So here the grouping is happening. So this particular calculation that we are doing, like calculate this. So this is there. Now let's try one thing. So let's try one more thing. Here we did country wise, right? So here it is showing country wise sum of financial sales and something something. Okay, let's say we create another table, modeling new table. Here we say discount band wise Canada government sales. Do you get my point?
Yes, yes.
So I say summarize. Summarize is saying what is your table, because I am creating a new table. So what table we are copying it from? Financials. What is going to be your group by column now?
Discount.
Discount band. Discount band, right? That's right. What is going to be our name? Like we want sales. So total sales. What is our expression? Let's write this.
Some.
No, let's write this. Calculate some financial Canada, whatever, right? Let's try that.
I- if we yeah, please try. Oh, I just asked you. So
Let's see what our answer is. You can see
no, nothing.
discount band wise total sales in Canada. No, this is country wise, but actually, yes, this one. Discount band wise total sales in Canada. What we did here, first we use, so our expression is not always sum or min or max, you know. This is also an expression, isn't it? Calculate sum of financial sales. Financial country is equal to Canada, financial segment is equal to government. So here what we are doing, we are already calculating total sales, okay, of Canada for government segment. Here we have calculated that. But now we are grouping by discount band here, right? If I only write sum of sales, that will be discount band by sales. Do you get my point? If I write, for example, if I don't write this, if I write sum of sales, okay, what will that be? What will that be? That will be discount band by sales, right? This is something else. What we are calculating, discount band wise Canada government sales. Okay. So for that we are writing calculate. So now first we studied what is calculate function, then we studied what is summarize function, and now we combine both of them. Is it clear to you?
Yes, yes.
And let's say for none it is 7,14,000. So let's see in the graph. For none it is 7,14,000, right? So this is correct also. So this is what we use. So if someone is asking you, just give me calculate answer. Just give me an answer. You will write calculate. But if someone is asking group that answer by something, then you use summarize. And now you know that if you have to accept or, you know, consider something, that is also what we accepted, like all, right? In all what we did, you know. So you understand that. So you can apply all here as well. So like we studied in the another example in our previous class, like sales by region, all except, so if we are calculating sum of sales amount, all except the region, like just exclude region there, okay? And if you want sales by product, all except sales product, right? Total sales is all sales, you are excluding any filter here.
All is for filtering
avoiding all the, it is fixed value. See these are all fixed value. This is for fixed product wise. So you can see sales by product, sales by product. So whenever product B will come, it will show fixed value 1000. Okay. Whenever product A will come, it is show fixed value 500. Do you get the point? So this is fixing the sales value of a product, and in the context, if that product is B, it will fix the value. You will see 1500, 1500, right? It will fix the value. What is sales by region? Sales by region will be fixed. For west, it is 600. So wherever west will come, it is 600. For south, it is 450. Wherever south will come, it is 450. Okay. And this is total sales, all. It will always be 1500 because total sales is 1500, right? And what is actual sales? This one. This one is actual sales. This is everything applied. This is product A east sale is 50. Product A north sale is 100. Product B east sale is 100. Do you get my point? So if you want to fix the values, fixing at highest level, right, without any filter, total sale. Fixing at region level, like it will, we know 4 regions are there, so it will show this value for whenever that region will come, it will show its fixed value. This is fixing at product level. We have two products, product B and A. Whenever product B will come, it will show 1000. Whenever product A will come, it will show 500. Okay. So this is what it is doing. So that's why these three functions, you can see, like they are very much close to each other, but they have different purposes, and you can actually combine them all also, because this is an expression for summarize. Do you get my point? This is like an expression for summarize, and when summarize sees it, so summarize will see it like this, where, yeah, so summarize will see it like that. You can just put that expression here, and now it will calculate that value, but it will group it on the basis of whatever group value you have given. Okay. This is that. So it is like a nested DAX, right?
Yeah.
This is like a nested DAX. You are nesting, like you are writing summarize, then you are using calculate. Inside calculate, you are using some function, and you are applying some filters. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are using summarize function with nested calculate function index. Okay. And let me just put it here, put it here. And here we created two calculated tables. Okay. So that is important. So this is something that you have to try today. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I will give you all these DAX formulas, and I will actually put it in video description also, so that everyone can try, and I will give you separately as well. So one formula will be this. This is something, and you already have the financial sample data set. Okay. So now we have these answers, and we will learn this how to do this in SQL also. Okay, in our class later. So this is country wise sales summarize. This is discount band wise sales of Canada government, or not Canada government, but sales being made in the government segment. And all except you already have, but I will still give you. This is, I will give you sales by product. Okay. So this is for another data set. So I will give the links also, and now try that from your end.